My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel, and we just want to thank you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your prayers. My brothers and sisters, I want to report that we are at 1,064 subscriptions, and we just want to praise Yahuwah for his blessings and praise him, thank him. I thank Yahuwah for you, my brothers, my sisters, because you helped to make this happen. Amen. Praise his name. Praise his name. So we continue to ask that you will, continue to subscribe, continue to like, continue to send your comments, and some I can read and respond to you. Some I can only do it generally. All right, ask your friends and your loved ones to also like and subscribe. And if you are viewing this for the first time, they're asking you to like and subscribe. Praise his name, praise his name. The last session, we were in Psalm 7 and we stopped in verse 9. We did not complete verse 9. And so we want to look at verse 9 today. And as we move on, okay, my brothers, my sisters, I want us to look with me in verse 9, because according to David, he said, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. And he said, establish the just, for the righteous Yahuwah, our Elohim, trieth the hearts and the reins. And you remember I made a little mention that when, way back before I understand that what a verse really means and the words reigns there, I always wonder, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? And, so I realized later and learned what it really means. So I want to look at the word tribe there, because the word tribe is a word that is in Hebrew, is a Hebrew letter that made it up is Bet, Chet, Aket, and Nun. And the word is Ba-Kan, Ba-Kan. What he really saying there is to test. The word tried there, that Yahuwah, he tried the reins, and the hearts and the reins. The word there is, like I said, Barkan, and it is Bet, Chet, and Nun, and it is to test. It's to test. It's to investigate, it's to examine, it's to prove, it's attempt to try. But one other thing, my brothers and my sisters, is that, let's when you study a course, right? You get tests, you get examinations, right? Quizzes. And most times the teacher can tell if it's your work based on your performance. The teacher's knowledge of you. If the teacher knows that you're studying, the teacher knows whether or not you're studying, are you goofing, okay? And so if you're studying and paying attention to what is being said, most likely the teacher know that you're going to get a good grade, because you know that, in other words, the teacher knows your study habit. Okay. Yahuwah alone knows what is inside of us, what our thought patterns are. Yahuwah knows how we feel, how we think. You see, he created us. And so he knows everything about us. Right? Good. So it's a YAHUAH. It's a he tried. You know, the righteous Elohim. Praise YAHUAH. There is no unrighteousness in him. His holy is perfect. All things about him is perfect. And he alone knows our hearts. He knows the intents of our hearts. Let's look at the word heart there. Heart is kilia. Kilia is the word, Hebrew word kilia, for the heart. And, it is kaf, lamed, yod, and hey. No. See, yeah. Kilia. Kaf, lamed, yod, and hey. Meaning a kidney. The reins here means a kidney. So he tries the reins, he tries the heart. The heart is this center. It's not just the part of it that pumps the blood. It's a central organ. The kidney is also a central organ. Right? And as an essential organ, my brothers and my sisters, the mind or the interior self, and so the kidney is the reins here. The kidney helps to regulate the urine. Okay. And when you lose the kidney, you lose an essential organ. Okay? The heart pumps the blood all through the body. The kidney regulates the flow, operates, and it regulates the flow of the urine and everything inside the body. It's very, very, very important. Very important. So if your heart and mess up, you're in trouble. If your kidney mess up, you're in trouble. Okay. So figuratively, the kidney is also, as an essential organ. So they talk about the reins here. It's the self, right? It's the kidney, it's the reins. Right. And look in verse 10 with me. Look in verse 10 with me, because David is still praying to YAHUAH. And he said, my defense is of Elohim. That means this defense is. Right? So all the enemies around him, right? Hasatan have all these people in uproar. They all come out like a gang, right? Come out with sticks and stones and guns and battles, and arc, machete, everything. They come out with weapons, sword, spear. And it's not easy. When the January 6th incident, I was driving a truck. I was way up in Washington. I think Washington, Oregon, somewhere. You know, a matter of fact, I had stopped in Washington. I think the section was Oregon. They have this, yeah, they have this huge waterworks, like a dam, and along the highway, this huge, beautiful river. I mean, my brothers, my sisters, it's beautiful. And so some part of the river is frozen. It was a cold time. And on the mountainside, you see the ice cake, you know, this ice, this thick, beautiful, the snow and everything, found this ice on this end. So anyway, we stop at this truck stop, you know, and to take my 30 minutes break and then to fuel up and everything. And, you know, just looking, and also turn my radio and my cell phone, I turn it on while I was sitting and having my lunch. And this news break came and I started watching it. And said, hey, wait, what's going on here? And I look and I saw all these people, you know, they were at the Capitol, and the people with clubs, and they have the, you know, the flag pole, and but I saw these people with something like a big, huge, I don't know, from where I was looking at it, it looked like it was like an iron pipe, or was something wrong. They were hitting, like they were knocking the door. I said, wait, what's going on here? And I said, so it was time for me to leave because my 30 minutes was up. But I said, you know what, I'm going to take another few minutes to see what's going on. And I saw all of this thing going on. The people and then looking, some bloodshed, people was bleeding and all kind of stuff. I could see it from the TV. So anyway, I have a student with me that I was training. And so he was sitting on the side, over on the side of the table, you know. So I said, man, look at this. And he said, what? He said, something going on up there in Washington. He said, nah, ain't nothing. He said, he says, people make it up. He said, yes, people make it. I said, man, are you crazy? Look at this. Look at this. I see people doing it. This. I mean, it's a huge crowd. There was like thousands of people there, you know, and you know, and I could hear them yelling and screaming, hung, you know, MP and hung, NP and hung. It was like a craziness. I thought I was dreaming, you know, and so let me say this. Based on what David is saying here, okay? David said in verse 10, is a my defense, you know, my defense is Elohim. And you have the antecedent that say, which save it, or rather, who save it? The upright in heart. So we know that we don't have a defense. Man is not our defense. We have soldiers, and praise Yahuwah for them. We have policemen, because they have to keep guards and And I tell you what, my brothers and sisters, we need to pray for them and love them too, because while we sleeping in the night, they're watching. So they are part of Yahuwah's protection for us. Okay? But there's some protection that they can't give us. They cannot protect. They can only protect us against people breaking in our houses and doing stuff to us, like while they're on duty. And the soldier can protect our country against foreign enemies. So they play vital role. They play vital role, and my brothers and sisters, don't listen to anybody and criticize and pull them down. Pray for them. Our duty is to pray for them and encourage them. Same way with the people who are leading the country, we need to pray for them. Don't pull them down. Don't criticize them. Pull them down. No, don't pull them down. Some people say, oh yeah, they don't good. Listen, don't criticize them. Don't pull them down. Pray for them and encourage them. And if you can, to send them a letter. Tell them how grateful you are for the work that they're doing. I'm talking about the ones who are doing the right thing. Okay? Good. But Yahuwah is our defense. Like David said, he is our defense. And he's the one that saveth. Yahshua in verse 10. The word saveth there. Salvation. Yahshua. Yod Shin Ayin. To be safe, to be open wide or free. Okay? He's the one that avenges us. He's the one that defends. He avenges our enemies for us, right? And he defends us against our enemy. He's the one that delivers us, my brother, my sister. He's the one that helps us, and so he's the one that put pressure on those enemies to depart. He's the one that, rescue us. He's the one that preserves us. Okay? He's the one that set us free. Salvation. Save us. He's our Savior. He is the one that get the victory for us. So when David says, save us, in verse 10, save us from the wicked or our enemies, right? He's the one that saves us. All right. Okay. He saved the upright in heart. The upright. Let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes, people do evil stuff, and then they were talking about, we're going to watch over us and support and help us. You're doing evil. Yahweh's not going to save you. If he saves you, he has a message to tell you. If you're doing evil and he saves you, that when time comes, oh Lord, help me. And then we're crying out, help me. Let me say, you better be right. You better be doing right so that when you call upon him out of a pure heart. Not out of a heart that is messed up, doing evil, You don't do that. You don't do that. I used to be part of a church many years ago, and the preacher, he passed away now. When he used to preach, he was up there preaching, and there was this particular, so it was called a pick and save store. It's something like a Walmart, but it wasn't as big as Walmart. It wasn't as big as the Kmart store. It was called a pick and save, and there were quite a few of them scattered in different sections of Jacksonville. But there was this particular one. I was living close to one off of the Lem Turner Road. But there was one over in the east side of town. East side of downtown. It was almost downtown, but it was the east part of this, and almost, anyway, 8th Street is this main street is 8th Street, so the address of it was on 8th Street, and then it extends around to 6th Street, somewhere on that general. But there was a section there where in the nighttime a lot of stuff happened. A lot of immoral stuff happened. A lot of drinking and, and a lot of, immoral stuff, really immoral stuff happened. And the pastor used to preach and he said, well, I was not at the back of Pick and Save. And he said, deacons go around there. Church members go around there. Ministers go around there. And I said to myself, then how does he know that? Unless he's taking word, third party information. He probably was, I said to myself, I said, you know what? In my mind, I said, he probably go around it himself. Oh my goodness, I said, but later on, my brothers, my sisters, later on, I found out that the reason why I was able to tell about the back of Pick and Save is because he had some connection, have some connection. And so you cannot be saying, help to Yahuwah, help me, preserve me, and you my defender, if you are involved in doing things that do not or does not bring glory and praise to Yahuwah and Yahweh. We have to be right, my brothers and my sisters. We have, a clear conscience. So not only that, he said, Yahuwah is the one that saveth the upright. He saveth the upright. He's the one that gives us victory, my brother and myself. He's the one that delivers us. But look at the word upright. It is a Yashar. Yashar. And it is Yod, Shin, and Resh. And what it talk about, the upright here, is, talk about the upright in heart. The upright is one who is straight. You want to understand the term? Straight. He is straight. He's not a hypocrite. My brother, whatever he says, whatever he does, Yahuwah knows his heart. And because he's living in such a life of integrity, Yahuwah have no hesitation, to come to such a person's rescue. We're living for him, my brother. Let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. This is not bragging. This is my testimony. When I ask Yahweh for something, right, I believe he's going to give it to me. When I ask him for it. He may say to me, wait. It's not time yet. But I have no doubt that he's going to do it. Because, my brothers and sisters, if I'm living for him, if I am doing the things that bring glory and praise to his name, I am keeping the Torah. I am living the Torah out in my life every day. I am doing the things that bring praises to his name. When I ask him for something, do you think I'm not going to get it? You better believe it. I'm going to get it. Because I'm trusting him. I'm doing. He's the one. He is the one. No one else, my brothers, my sisters. Don't let any church folks fool you and tell you to do something well, you know, these are the days of grace. We don't have to keep the laws anymore. We don't have to do this anymore. Because Jesus come and he freed us from the lie. Don't believe that lie. Yeshua did not free us from the law that Yahuwah wants us to keep. He freed us from the law of sin and death. That's what he came to free us from. From the law of sin and death. This is why Shaul, our cousin, you refer to as Paul, was able to say that we are no more under the dominion of the law. That the sin and a sin is a sin shall not have dominion over us. That is the sin. The law of sin and death, not the 10 Commandments. The law that Yahuwah gave, that he wrote with his fingers. Don't let anybody tell you those lies. Don't believe it. Not a moment, my brothers and my sisters. Do not believe it. Do not believe it. He said, Yahuwah, he saved us. He saved the upright in heart. You know what he said there? The people who are righteous. Our whole life is full of doing the things that Yahuwah said. The righteous person listen, read his word, obey his word. This is why the psalmist said, the law of Yahuwah is perfect, converting the soul. What it does, it changes us. It changes us, my brother. And Yahuwah give us favor that, you know, you refer to as grace. He give us favor. My brother, if you want to find favor in Yahuwah, you got to do his right. What is right? Do his righteous deeds and acts. Live like it. Do it. Don't let anybody tell you any lies, my brothers, my sisters. This is what he said. Yahshua, straight person. Literally or figuratively. He is the person who lives for Yahuwah. Equity, just, the upright. Pleased, well-pleasing, righteous, most righteous, righteousness, my brothers and sisters. These are the persons that Yahuwah. Okay. The heart, the word heart there is lab, lamed, and bet, meaning the heart also used figuratively, and used also very widely for the feeling, for the will, the emotion, even it said the intellect, likewise for the center of anything. We talk about the kidney. Remember, we talk about the kidney. We talk about the kidney as an essential organ. This heart here is also an essential organ. Physically, it pumps the blood. Physically, it is the center of who you are. Center of anything. Plus, it's cared for, it's comfortable, consent, and consider courageous, friendly. Understand, mind is also understanding and it's also wisdom. We talk about that. And my brothers and my sisters, verse 11, it said, we want to look at the word. And it said, for Elohim judgeth. Elohim judgeth the righteous. And Elohim is angry with the wicked every day. He judges the righteous and is angry with the wicked every day. We're going to stop here, my brothers and sisters, and then we'll come back. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.